that's all I'm bringing. Everything I have is in that back little square box. Packing light.
Yeah.
Good guess. Good guess. Now, is there any chance you might be interested in keeping the boxes?
We'll take them.
Yeah.
Shred them.
Okay. Perfect.
So when you're done, just like leave them right here up against the
wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. What might be able to. All looking good over here?
What do you think? Does it look okay with the bag resting on the brake like that? Brake cable?
Interesting. Is that how it was? Why didn't you strap this around the seat post?
I will.
All right, are we all ready to roll?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are.
Okay. We'll see what falls apart when we start riding. Wow, here we are again. It's been 3 years since we did a bike tour out of Klamath Falls, and we actually started it here at the same exact market, the holiday market. And yeah, it's weird to be back in town getting ready for another ride. This time we're doing a different course. We're going to be doing the I guess what's it called? Oregon Outback course. There is some closures on course, so we're not totally sure if we're going to be able to do the whole thing, or we're going to have to break up some of it or cut out parts of it that are closed due to the fires from previous years. So we might have to make some improvisation. We're gonna have to improvise a little bit, I think, in order to do the ride this year. The weather's looking a little moist. Supposed to get some rain this afternoon, possibly tomorrow, and then it should be just cloudy and the rest of the week. And welcome to the start of bike touring the Oregon Outback. Day 1. Welcome everyone. I'm here with Miss Cools. Well, our hopes and aspirations of not getting clogged up with mud and cow shit has evaporated from our dreams of this ride.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but Oregon cows have diarrhea.
Yeah, I did notice. So be careful with your water bottles.
Yeah.
Well, we got a nice quick start to the dirt here. I wasn't prepared to hit the dirt this quickly, but it's good. It's a little damp. There isn't any puddles or anything, and it's not sticky yet. At least not sticking to the tires yet, so that's good. So we'll see how this shapes up. This trail is open. We didn't see any closed signs, but down the way, I think it's like 30 miles in, it might be closed. so neat. Haha, that's the highlight right there. That's so cool. I don't usually see owls out during the day. All right, well, the conditions have improved a little bit. We're now in some drier gravel, and the sun's out. It's still cloudy, but the rain stopped. So we cleaned off some of the clay on our bike frames, and now it's starting to feel more like a nice day ride out here, huh? This close?
Yeah, feels better. Feeling better.
Some of this gravel is a little bit loose, but at least it's not caking up in the mud.
Yeah, anything's better than mud.
But wow, it is just gorgeous out here. I love this environment and the terrain, all the trees, just so fresh.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Clean. Love it. Yeah, the ride's getting better. I wasn't sure at first. I was a little, uh-oh, I'm not sure about this trail. But
Yeah,
now it's good.
It's really nice now.
There are quite a few of these gates. Each one has a different latch. Like this one has just a piece of wire. You got to loop that wire on there. Some of them have replaced with springs, so you don't have to latch it. And then some of them are actual whole gates you have to open. Yeah. Very peaceful out here today, Miss Cools.
Yeah, it's so nice. The weather feels really good. Nice, gentle. Not cold. It's definitely not cold out here right now. Feels really good.
So what do you think of the route so far?
It started off pretty rough. I was about to throw in the towel, right? And we were like 15 miles in. It's still rough, but it's not muddy, so that's good. And it's really pretty out here, so it's good.
So we made it to Betty, and we got to the store here.
Beatty.
And it's supposedly open till 2, but it is now closed. It's about 1:15, so luckily there was a church back there. So
On a Sunday, in a small town, the churches usually keep later hours than the local stores.
yeah. So they gave us a couple bottles of water. That was very nice of them. And we brought some burritos, so we're gonna be good for lunch, I think. We still have another 70 miles to go today.
Oh my god.
We did 50.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's slow. It's not, they're not like hard miles. It's not like hard climbing, but they're just slow miles.
They are, and they're a little hard in a way because they're bumpy, and but actually my muscles feel like as worn right now as if I had done a lot of climbing. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of bumps, so it's a bunch of micro elevations, which would add up to.
Okay, well, here's where we found the closure. So no entry. Effective 7/9/2021. So I wonder if that was last year. All right. So I guess we've got this. There is a road here. We'll have to look at the map and see if that gets us around.
Yeah.
Well, this road that we were on, the gravel road to my right over here, this road doesn't quite get where we need to go, but it looks like about just 3 miles up the trail, there's another road that parallels to this, so that we're gonna get there and hop onto that road, and then that basically takes us the same direction we're going, and then we'll eventually get back on the trail, hopefully past the closure. There's a road over here, so we're gonna jump on that and continue. So that's nice.
Thank God.
Oh, that didn't make it through the fire. All right, we did about a 15-mile reroute, and we're heading back to course, so we should be there in about. All right, well, this is the little room we're staying in here in Silver Lake, and we are going for a gourmet meal tonight. You've got minestrone, soup, kidney beans. We've got some tortillas, and we've even brought our own rice noodles. Of course, we've got some fruit we still had from this morning, and we brought a pack of fruit slices. You need those. The room has a microwave. And then for tomorrow's breakfast, Miss Cool does want me to show you that she's naked. We have 6 boxes of cereal, Frosted Flakes and Raisin Bran. And then for the ride tomorrow, we have some more burritos and some almond milk for our cereal. And then we got some of these bonk bars. All right, good morning. It's 7:15 a.m., day 2 of our tour day, Oregon Outback. And today's ride's about 105 miles. Yesterday we did 117 and 4,000 feet of climbing. Today I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more climbing today, and then a lot more on day 2. We're trying to get to Prineville, and that is east of Bend, Oregon, and it's in this kind of high desert area out here. It's beautiful this morning. Really like this formation over here. Almost looks like something you might see in Utah, but it's kind of isolated by itself. You don't see a lot of formations like that.
Oh wow, look at that rock formation.
It just doesn't look real. So cool. Here's where we are, Big Bend Campground, and they do have water here. This valve works, so we made it. There was apparently a 70-mile stretch with no water, and we did okay. We tried to wash our bikes off at our little hotel we stayed at last night, or motel, and we just had to, fill up water bottles and spray the bike down. So it was
that was a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. It was good enough, just because there was a lot of mud caked on the bikes yesterday. Today it's been perfect, dry, hasn't been too hot.
Yeah, I've been living in fear of the headwinds all day today. I was just waiting I'm like, they're gonna come anytime now. We better just keep riding, because just to have less time in a headwind. But because that's what I imagine, and I think I read a few people talking about the headwind sometimes. That's what I imagine it would be through Central Oregon when you have so much open land. I thought it would just be the land of headwinds, but we haven't even gotten any.
Wow, this is so cool. Have to edit out the part where Miss Cool said there was no headwind. This is like a 12, 13 mile an hour headwind right now. Okay, this isn't your typical bike touring accommodations. But there's a long story here, folks. There's a long story, and we're gonna get to it. But
first we have to.
But we need to get our stuff off, relax.
First we have to decompress and unwind over what happened in the last couple hours, how things started falling apart.
Things are falling apart.
And then
really seriously falling apart. We were about to sleep in a post office tonight.
Wait, don't tell them yet.
And we'll get to the story a little later, but
and then how we
went from a post office lobby to this. We'll get to the story. Good morning, Prineville. So we're gonna roll in here for a little cup of coffee. It's about 7:15 a.m. and we're gonna roll out on our last day of the Oregon Outback tour. Do you want some coffee, Miss Cools?
Take a sip of yours.
Would you you like some? They have coffee. Oh wow, this is gonna be a rough day today. I can feel it. Today is gonna be a little more climbing than yesterday.
Yeah, it might be close to double and more miles.
Hopefully it's climbing that do it all at once and then you descend. Just like long, steady. The long, steady gravel roads were actually pretty taxing yesterday.
They were a lot harder than I thought they would be. I was following behind you, hoping that having you right in front, you would crush the gravel just a little bit more, so it was just a little bit softer for me to roll over.
You know, our thinking coming into Prineville was we looked at it on the map and we noticed it was a fairly large town and it had several hotels, motels, and being on a Monday night, my thoughts, and I think you agreed with me, there just wasn't, we didn't think that the places would all sell out. We rolled into town, we started looking for restaurants and grocery stores so we could get resupplied. And we were just gonna get all of our stuff and go back to the hotel, check in.
So good, we got there early.
We got there early.
We're gonna get a good night's sleep tonight.
And we saw the, what is it, Econo Lodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Econo Lodge. We're like, oh, we'll just call them first. All sold out. Really? It's Monday night. That's weird. So then we called some of the other ones, and a lot of them wouldn't answer the phone. A lot of the hotels, the Best Western, some of the bigger, well-known chains, didn't answer the phone. And so we were like, okay, that's weird. This big black cloud comes up. I look around, I'm looking into the horizon, and there's no sign of an end of it. And it just starts pouring. So we're racing to get underneath an awning. And now we're standing there, pouring rain, no place to stay tonight that we can think of.
Nothing. Everything was sold out. We called all the hotels.
It's raining on us. We're getting soaked. We're like, well, we got to go get food. So let's just ride to the restaurant. And we order food and we're sitting there soaking wet, going online, Airbnb. We see like there's like 2 or 3 Airbnbs, but you know, this is last minute for Airbnb. So I tried to book one of the rooms and I'm just sitting there waiting, hoping the person replies. One of the customers there is listening into our conversation, and she said, where are you guys coming from? And from California. And oh, you guys are out bike touring? Yeah, we're doing a bike tour, and we had no idea that this place would be so busy that the hotels would sell out. So we didn't book a room. So she's standing there thinking, she's like, well, I have a place if you'd like, if you guys need a place to stay. I don't want to see you out in the rain all night. We're just looking at each other thinking, is this for real right now? This lady's offering us? I cannot believe it. She gives us her phone number and we say, well, we're gonna try to get a hold of these Airbnbs because, you know, we really want to stay in an Airbnb and pay, and we really feel, you know, this is our tour. We put ourselves in this mess, you know. We got to get ourselves out of it.
Yeah, we just wanted to avoid trying to put her out of our way because she would have had to come meet us and then.
Yeah, it's so, you know, we didn't want to inconvenience, and she have to clean up after us, and we didn't want to make a mess. So we're like, well, let's go to the grocery store, stock up supplies because we're going to need them for tomorrow anyway. I looked for a couple of shelters to see if there's any shelters in town, any warm place we could just lay down just to get like through the main part of the night. Nothing. So I'm like, we're screwed. But we have this option as a last resort. So we go over to the grocery store, and as I'm shopping around, one of the Airbnbs responded to your booking and said, you're in. And we were literally like jumping up and down like kids at the grocery store. I mean, I was grabbing the fruit roll-ups. I was like We are partying tonight. We have a room. Oh shit, you gotta hurry up.
Uh-oh, don't drive across one crossing.
Oh,
Look at it.
what timing. I thought he was just gonna blast through the water. I had the camera going just in case. Here, just go up here. Oh man, talk about pressure. Yeah. I see this climb on all the magazine brochures when I'm looking at the route. People who do the ride and then post a ride review. So I've been looking forward to this climb the whole time. Miss Coles, we made it to the fun switchback climb. So we're gonna go all the way up there. I think that's the top right up there. This one's only, I think it's like 1,000 feet total. Wow, that is pretty amazing. We came from all the way over there. I would take a picture, but I think everyone's taking that picture. Made it to Shiniko.
So good.
So this would be mile 75 for the day and mile 300 on the route. So we have 60 miles left and it's about 3 o'clock.
Did you say 60 miles left?
60. Yep.
Holy shit, we still have 60.
I know.
It's about 3 o'clock, so
We'll make
9
it before
o'clock.
11.
9 o'clock.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's all downhill from here. But I do see some more climbing on the profile.
Okay. We can always use another. Especially if you like hunting. Yeah, right.
There's a music shop here.
That was way harder than the elevation profile shows it to be. That was like 20 miles of rollers. Oh, let's see. This is the cell tower. I hope this is the tower, not the false tower. Okay, maybe this is the tower. So I think the other one might have been a false tower. I think the other one was a false tower. Well, that does look like a cell tower. Okay. The other one didn't actually, so, but I was just being really hopeful that that was it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the official route would actually turn left here, and I think it's 2 or 3 miles, 4 miles down. There's a park, and that's where everyone who's doing the route would finish. But Miss Cools and I have other plans, don't we, Miss Cools?
We do.
So we're gonna go to Biggs Junction tonight. We've got a hotel there, and then tomorrow we're gonna ride to the Dalles. So our ride today will end at Biggs, 3 miles that way. The official route, 3 or 4 miles that way. So congratulations, Miss Cools. You did the Oregon Outback.
Oh my God, we escaped the gravel prison with most of our insanity intact.
Oh my God, that was probably the hardest section of gravel I've ridden before. Just after all that riding, to have to just keep going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
But we made it. That's crazy. I can't believe it.
Did you think this morning we were actually going to be here?
No.
No.
Couldn't imagine. We were 130 miles away and we had no idea the difficulty.
Yeah.
135. We had no idea the difficulty of it. Not
Yep.
even. I kept thinking it's probably be a little harder than we're imagining, and it was way harder than we imagined.
Way harder. All right, well, thank you all for following along on this journey with us. And now we are going to go settle into a nice warm bed over here.
Yeah.
And
I definitely would not have been able to finish this ride without you.
oh, me too.
Definitely not.
I definitely would not have been able to finish it. If I was out there, I would have ended after the first mud we hit on day one. I would have been like, okay, this is too hard. But then I look back at you and you're still riding, so I'm like, well, I guess I can't stop.
Well, I was waiting for you to stop.
Oh man. All right, Miss Cools.
Okay,
Let's go.
To the hotel.
We did it, Cools.
I mean, I can't count the number of times in the last 40 miles.
Hold on.
I can't count the number of times in the last 40 miles I thought we were gonna be having to knock on someone's farmhouse door and ask to sleep in the barn, because there was no letting up.
Yeah.
But we're here, we made it somehow. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It's warm out. We could actually. I'd have no problem sleeping outside here tonight. It is so warm out. It hasn't been warm outside at all everywhere we've been, but here it feels like it's 80 degrees right now at 8:30 p.m. We're just cruising through downtown Portland right now with Miss Cools here. We're gonna stop up here at this really good bakery and grab some chocolate chip cookies. And then tomorrow morning, our train will depart. So just a quick little stay here in Portland, Oregon. I think I've seen that house before. Probably because I think I've ridden on this street even.
Pink House of Portland.
Yeah, well this street's pretty common for cycling, so I'm pretty sure I've seen that pink house back there before. It always catches my eye for some reason. This place is very good. The chocolate chip cookies are some of the best I've ever had.
Two for you?
Yes, please.
Do you need it?
Buses he worked till midnight on Saturday, then went directly to his girlfriend's house.
Deborah was nice. She was like a nice person. I liked her. I didn't want to take my phone there and just reading off the book and how to explain. No, it's my ex. I'm sorry.